And now live from the RCDE Stadium in Barcelona, sponsored by WSB. The World Title Conference match day for in Spain.
People, welcome to Spain. Match day 4, sponsored by WSB, and we have some big time matches here for you tonight. And how better to start this night with the Dark Horse against the Surgeon. It's Daniel Newman versus AJ Fox to open the show. Now we're at the part of the league, we're at the part of the conference where we're getting a little bit separated. We're seeing the mid-table come into place, we're seeing the leaders come into place, and we're seeing the bottom few coming into place. Dan is one good win off of getting into the mid-table. AJ Fox, the current world champion, COW world champion. If Dan wants to make a name for himself, he knows he's got to beat him tonight. Which, by all means, is no easy task. AJ Fox, well, I mean, he's the world champion for a reason. He is the defending champion for a reason. Dan's younger brother has already been knocked down by the Surgeon. So how is this going to fare? AJ Fox now down to the ring, not bringing the title with him, it seems. For some reason, I'm not sure why. But the fans, as normal, behind him. And he's feeding off of the energy. This is what AJ Fox does. He plays with the fans, he gets their energy up, and it feeds his power, almost. It feeds his ego to go on and do extreme things and outlast for as long as possible. It's why he is the CAW World Champion. It's why he's defending the title from 7 other men in this conference. For sure, he isn't at the number 1 spot in the league, but it's not because of himself being, I don't know, like, underwhelming. It's because there's so many great challenges in this conference. We're underway here, and Dan, I don't know what he's suggesting here. A bow and arrow shot, lock up. Bang! Drops AJ on his head. Dan has a lot of ruthlessness inside of him. AJ, probably the most technical in the conference. Roll up, but AJ reversal here. 1. Roll up by Dan now. 1. Now AJ reversal. Oh, kick out at nothing. Clothesline, ducks under, looks for like that weird forward chop block he does off the ropes. Clothesline, another reversal. AJ Fox now running the ropes himself. Big knee, reversal, perfect forearm, big blue. It's just over and over again, reversal after reversal, but a super kick is what gets the edge for the Dark Horse. Discus forearm. So the 2 finishers we need to be looking out for in this match is the end of days. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Big elbows to the head, and obviously the Fox lock as well. Here we go. What is this? Some sort of like, I don't know what this is. But it's a fucking, it looks horrible. Dan center of the ring, he has nowhere to go but to try and crawl out, which he does, holding that knee. What was that, some sort of like knee bar? Looked like it. And now AJ. Oh, he's looking for the Yoshigoroshi, but Dan finds out. Here you go, south of heaven, for a huge upset here against the CAW World Champion, but AJ kicks out. And I just want to remind everyone of the stipulation for tonight. It is no DQ. Anything goes. AJ now. Nope. Slides under the ring. This is just the smarts of AJ Fox. Great reaction time by the world champion. And what is this? Now holding the neck up. Cattle manipulation, kind of. He couldn't hook the arms. Maybe if he did, he would have got further, but Dan just easily with a punch. Looked a little bit desperate there from AJ. Big strike. And rolls out the bottom rope. Like I said, no DQ. Suicide dive by the AJ Fox. The surgeon AJ Fox. Now Dan back into the ring here. Look at these fans. And now AJ lifts him up. Yoshigoroshi. Oh boy. Screaming at the top of his lungs. AJ Fox now locks in the Fox lock. Good luck escaping this one. No one escapes the Fox lock. And it looks like Dan's going to be another victim. Is he going to tap or is he going to pass out? What? Who's down the ramp? Oh no, of course. Remember how I said no DQ? Well, there's his younger brother. The crowd letting their opinions known on this. And now AJ Fox is in trouble. Big kick to the back, and I don't think he's got really any allies to help him, unfortunately. And now this is a cattle manipulation. The referee saying to get off AJ. Again, referee can't actually do anything. He's powerless. He just kind of has to watch this, I guess, assault. And now just a bridging armbar here. But AJ managing to get himself out of it. Head scissors to the Golden Winged Angel. He recovers, but takes a big shotgun drop kick right to the chest. Sending him flying back. Now out the ring he goes. But Dan now, he's had time to recover. Big kick, but a knife edge chop and a strike. And a knife edge chop and a strike. And a knife edge chop and another strike. Back and forth now, and AJ saying, come on bitch, bring it on. And now they're teeing off right at the beginning of this show. Look at the intensity, but it is the brute force which will win. Oh wait, no, Big Boot catches the leg, catches him up. What's he doing, holding him there? Wait, what is he doing? Oh, high cross. But no, AJ reversal, big neck breaker. Looks for some sort of high cross maneuver, but now he's back into the Fox lock. Fox lock. There's no escape. There is no escape. Center of the ring. Can't even grab the ropes to help you get up. Can't crawl outside. It's over. It's gonna be over. Oh, Hayden's recovering at ringside. He sees what's happening, but it's Mason! Mason with a kendo stick! And he's going to town on his I guess his rival, his mentor. It's so confusing at this point. His older brother. Dan managing to get his knee. I think he is a little bit. I think he does have the height advantage over AJ Fox a little bit. If it needs to, staring each other down. I believe there is a little bit of respect on the face. Wait a minute! End of days! Imagine the upset! Imagine the upset! No, AJ kicks out. I was going to say, I think there was a look of respect on AJ's face at the fact that Dan was able to escape the Fox lock. And now up on the shoulders, spinning him about. Look at this for AJ Fox, just spinning, making him dizzy. Uranagi. And if we all know what happens after the Uranagi, say it with me, the Fox lock. And the Dark Horse taps out. What a match. What a match. Absolutely class. And a well-deserved win for AJ Fox. And the fans are loving it as well. Chanting, we love it, we'll follow you to AJ Fox. Speaking of AJ Fox, he has a challenge later this summer when the first ever CAW pay-per-view will be active and he will actually defend the world title at CAW Hotter Than Hell. Wow guys, what a first match. And we are just getting into the show, people. But I want to take this time to talk about our sponsor, our official sponsor for this series, for I think ever actually, in any of my feds. This live event is sponsored by WSB, one of the greatest wrestling figure feds out there right now. Some of the most insane spots and original storylines, crafted with care, passion, and a drive to tell a story. WSB, watch for free on YouTube, link in the pinned comment or in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second match of CAW in Spain. We have quite a big match here, no DQ match between the Golden Winged Angel, Hayden Newman, and the saviour of wrestling, Dante Hero. And there we go, the beard being raised to the sky, the money summoning into existence. And that kendo stick he likes to call chaos in his hand. Hayden, formerly known as the hardcore icon in no DQ matches, he's like a completely different person. This is his element. But how much in your element can you be to go up against a man like Dante Hero, who's got the strength, the height advantage, the speed, somewhat the athleticism on his side. You know, for a big man, usually you think, oh, I've got all these muscles, I've got the strength advantage, I don't need to be technical, but there is a very good technical side to Dante Hero, as there is a brutality side to the saviour of wrestling. But let's not take away from the hardcore icon, who has had his really big share of hardcore, no DQ, steel cage, Hell in a Cell, whatever. This man, he hasn't been around for as long as you would think he has been, but he's already certified his name in the legacy of wrestling, whether you like it or not. golden winged angel Hayden Newman did not take prisoners. Will he embrace his inner hardcore icon from the early 2020-ish days? Will we see something a bit new from up his sleeve? You know, he's been a lot more, well, I guess the right word would be cowardly as of late. Maybe, I mean, despite the cowardness, he's definitely been working on his technical skill. He was not as technical as he is today, about 5 years ago. But I don't know, I guess we'll have to see. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the savior of wrestling, Dante Hero, to make his way down to the ring, people. No DQ match. There are no rules, of course. And Dante Hero, his strength, his passion, his brute force, his agility, the hand of God, one of the most brutal maneuvers of this league. All of that combined with the no DQ stipulation, this is going to be a bloodbath for sure. This man, this is technically his first, well, it's not his first match, but it is his first season at any wrestling company. And it's probably one of the best ever seen. Dante Hero, the unrelenting Dante Hero. He has beaten Mason to a pulp. He's beaten Dan with relative ease. He has never lost to a Newman in a one-on-one competition. But to be fair, now he goes up against the longest Newman who's been wrestling in his element, a no DQ match. This is going to be, trust me, I think this is going to steal the season, to be completely honest. This will be a match that you go back and watch purely just because the absolute brutality which is expected to unfold, and we are just moments away from seeing this match begin. And there you go, the bell rings. The fans sit down, eager for this match to start, cheering on. But these two gladiators, staring into the eyes of Dante Hero, just waiting for the Golden Winged Angel to hit the first move. They meet in the middle. Oh, out the ring goes Hayden. Walking around, the fans cheering for him to get back into the ring. Dante waits for him. Guess maybe, I don't know what he's doing. Probably just had some time to think about what the hell he's going to do if Dante isn't going to go straight out of the gate. Did notice that he adjusted his arm sleeve there. No, he's just scouting him out. Look, Dante not even flinching at these faint attempts, and Hayden leaves again. Oh no, maybe he's just trying to get Dante to the ringside, and it's worked! What a chop! Backhand goes wrong. Knife edge chop and a knee to the midsection and an elbow to the back of the neck. This is the brute force of Dante Hero, but Hayden manages to slip out. Super kick, no. Reversal, shot to the body, steps back, twists the arm down, and a super kick. Brilliant combination. But Dante's not done, pushes him back into the barricades. And now lifts him up, fireman's carry. Dante Hero now using his strength, backing off and charging at the barricades. And I'm just choking the Golden Winged Angel out. No count outs, however, pinfalls or submissions will only be counted in the ring. And wait a minute, now we're going to drop Hayden's face onto the apron. Hardest part of the ring. Now this is what I'm talking about the kind of technical side of Dante. When you see these big guys, they always think that just because they've got the bigger size and usually the strength advantage, that there's no need for being technical. But to be honest, if I had the height advantage, I would think more technical wrestling would be the answer. Think about it. Hold him in a waist lock or something, a headlock. How the hell is anyone going to get out of that if you've got the strength advantage and the height advantage? Hayden wrestling out now. Low blow to Dante Hero. Completely legal. And he picks up Chaos. And he slams it. He's waiting. This could be his ticket to get him back into this match. Cracks it over Dante's skull. That's Singapore Kane. The Golden Winged Angels' preferred choice in weapons. And what's this moonsault off the top rope? Great athleticism. Now going nuclear, getting this announcement table cleared off. Oh dear God. What could this even be? Dante doesn't want to wait to find out. In fact, he wants to be the conductor of his fate, and he picks up the Golden Winged Angel, and they're teeing off right in front of the crowd on this announcement table. This is dangerous. Dante, Sister Abigail through the announcement table. That could be it right there. That is brutal. Did you see the speed on that as well? No more announcement table for tonight. Brilliant. Unless maybe we can pop it back up. But Stairs coming into the ring now. And Dante's got the throat, the purification choke slam. His head hits the steel steps. That's going to be free, or at least a concussion. And Hayden kicks out at 2.8. Maybe even a 2.9, I don't know, but he was cutting it close. Let's call that the purification choke slam. I believe Dante told us actually to start calling it that. Good name, but wait a minute, off the middle rope, twisting GKO, or backflip GKO, whatever you want to call it, into the cover, but Dante kicks out. Two big maneuvers, and by the way, Dante hit the kendo on the way down of that backflip GKO. And now a pan chop into a knife edge chop, got some nice wind up on that. Overhand, knife edge, just going back and forth. Knife edge, overhand. Oh, a big sock'em sucker punch right to the cheek. Look to slap the face. Big punch. But Dante, oh! Them two punches are nothing compared to an uppercut of that measure. What is Dante doing now? Dante Hero taking the Golden Winged Angel for a ride here. Powerbomb over the fucking top ropes. His legs hit the steel steps, and Dante just flies down at him. Already been an absolute mental match. And Dante looking to retrieve a ladder. And he puts it in the ring. He then goes back under and he grabs a table. Taking full effect of this no DQ rule. And wait a minute, he's grabbed a bin now. Chucks that in there. Fans loving what they're seeing. They love chaos, and a shoulder tackle, full head of steam. Grabs the steps again, just to put them in the ring. Hayden's recovered. He's just staggering around on the outside. Dante using this time to come up with some torture weapons. Puts that table in the corner. Hayden manages to put a ladder bridge set up at ringside from barricade to the apron. What's happening here? Stalling. Brainbuster on the damn steel step. Talk about CTE. And Dante kicks out at 2. Unbelievable. That steel step really elevating the damage done in this match. God. Now on the apron, possibly looking for a splash here or something. Wait, no, he's begging Dante to come over. Big knee. And now here it is. 450 springboard lariat. Hooks the leg now. Took the wind out of Dante, but it's still not enough. God, imagine that much speed, that much momentum coming down and clobbering you in the throat. Dante knows he's got to keep going. Dodges the back fist. Tries to grab the throat. Kicked in the midsection. Dante into the turnbuckle. And wait a minute. Now, oh! Whatever that was goes wrong. And the hand of God! It's going to be over, but who's this coming down the ramp? There's some Donny with a camera. He's walking. What the who is this guy? What? He's just taking a photo of the flash on at Dante's face. He's blinded. Dante doesn't know where he's going. Gets a shoulder tackle and what the hell? Oh my God! Canadian Destroyer on the apron onto a ladder, and the fans loving it. This has been CTE warning the match. Could it end here? Cover on Dante here after he's been blinded. Kick out. I was going to also say, on the top of his head has been fucking probably caved in. He just absolutely no-sold that super kick and a strike right to the back of the head. Unbelievable. How is Dante still moving? How are both these men still moving? Look at the blood on that mat. The Dante making sure that Hayden's on that table. What's he doing? Picks him up, scoops him up. Oh no, no, no! Snake eyes through the table! Hits the turnbuckle on the way down. Now what? What could Dante possibly think about doing here? Setting the Golden Winged Angel up. Oh no, no, no! Superplex! Turns him around into some sort of Falcon Arrow. He lands on the ladder. And now, stretching that back out. But the veteran instinct. Elbow right to the shoulder and now 2 to the jaw. Softening him up. Way off the middle of this, the cutter again. But he doesn't have the energy to go for the pin. Look at both these men. Down in the center of the ring. This is what the CAW universe is all about. Look at the mess around the arena. These two men just fighting it out, almost killing each other for just 3 points, just for a chance to be crowned the CAW World Champion when all of this is over. Big strike. Wait a minute, here we go. Reality Hold! Reality Hold is locked in. The special Dragon Sleeper by the Golden Winged Angel. It's in. Will Dante tap or pass out? Can't breathe properly when we're in a submission like that. Manages to throw him forward, looks for the hand of God. Big jab. GKO! Game over. Dante gets his shoulders up. The GKO, one of the most devastating cutters I've ever seen. And Dante has just managed to get up from it. Now Dante being brought to the turnbuckle. That bin being moved out of the way. Trying to slow down the pace of this match now. Slamming him into it. Just what can you do when both of you are just so resilient? Kicking out of everything. The normal human body can't take this much punishment. I mean, look at them. Look at the bruises. Look at the blood. Everything around the ring is just evidence of what they've gone through. And now a powerbomb on that ladder bridge. The side of his head continuing to whack down on the ladder. That sharp part of the ladder as well, the pointy part. Now big knee, Hayden just refuses to go down. Dante's got to put in extra oomph. Hayden trying to just get to the ropes, pushing that bin out of the way. Now Dante, look at him. Purification, choke slam, no, back breaker. Now Dante, look at him trying to slow down the match. Maybe they're not trying to slow down the match. Maybe this is just all they can throw at each other from how much has been taken out. Hey, Hayden with a reversal now manages to dump Dante on the ladder bridge. Getting a full head of steam through the ladder. Non-stop action from this match. And this is reminding me of the 2019-2020 days of the Golden Winged Angel, before he was the Golden Winged Angel, when he was basically known as the hardcore icon. Here we go, reality hold again. Dante, nowhere to go. It's either pass out or tap out. He's trying to grab that Singapore cane, but he can't get a good grip on it. This is it, it's over. It's gonna be. What was that on the screens? And what was that sound? I swear I just heard an explosion. And who's that in the ring? What just happened? I swear I just heard an explosion. There was just some random man in the ring. The hand of God. And that's it. What on earth? What just happened? There was an explosion and some man with a bicycle helmet in the ring, wearing full black. I could just basically see him. Dante gets the 3 points, but I'm more confused on what the fuck just happened. What on earth? People, welcome to the co-main event of CAW Universe, the World Conference in Spain. We're going to have Mason Newman, one of the fan favourites, going up against the dominant, the destroyer. The man who has left a path of pain and destruction in his wake. The manifestation of nightmares, Flash James. Don't know what to expect going into this one. Last time Flash was against an opponent that was technical and a fan favourite, AJ Fox, and, well, let's just say that didn't turn out well for the world champion. Also confirmation that before the next show, hopefully we will get a summer themed special episode where AJ Fox will be defending the world title against a mystery opponent. Still waiting to see who that is or what the match is even going to be. It might be multiple mystery opponents. Anyway, But speaking of the manifestation of nightmares, here he comes. Feel his aura and bow. For he is Flash Jade. This man, the strongest member of the Red Star tribe, strutting down to the ring. He means business. One of the toughest competitors I think I've ever seen in the ring. Not only has the brute strength, the appearance, the feeling of fear lays by his side. He also has the athleticism, which isn't something that you would expect from someone his size. His, as people would say today, his build. I mean, look at him, this man chiseled like a goddamn mountain or something. Look at the muscle. Look at the height. Look at the aura of Flash Jade. But Mason never backs down from a challenge, and that's how he has gotten where he is today. The referee rings the bell, and now Mason saying, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. Going straight for a high kick, and another one, and a chop, and a high kick, and another one, but Flash just ducks under and trips him up. And now chop, God, and another one. Just 2 chops is all it took to flatten Mason Newman, and oh my God, chucking him Nelson Goldman style. And now a German suplex. How is your spine feeling, Mason? And oh no, not already! Powerbomb! You know what this is? Final Flash! And Flash Jade, he just doesn't want to end it like that. And this is exactly the type of fast-paced domination that AJ Fox was put into not that long ago. Just look at Mason's body, already fairly limp! Oh my God! Roundhouse kick, knocking the soul out of the man of 1,000 holds. Flash Jade saying, you're not scared, but you better be. Shoulder tackle, and I'll just scraping his boot off the skull of Mason, and just an extra stomp to the midsection. He's going for it again. No disqualification. Of course, we've seen a great example of that tonight. Every match this show has been no disqualification. The referee cannot break up any holds, anything off the ropes now. And another German by Flash Jade. Now he picks Mason on sleeper hold. How the hell did you get out of this gorilla kind of grip? Mason needs to find the answer. There's blood flowing out his head. He manages to use his smaller body to slip out. God, almost popped his head like a grape off the rose ball. Oh my God. Like a freight train. Flash Jade just launching himself at Mason. And now, here we go, but Mason, he knows that he's got to get out of this. And he's striking the manifestation of nightmares. With all he's got, manages to escape. Double underhook. What the hell? Lifts him over his head. Flash Jade kicks out at nothing. Flash Jade unaffected by that double underhook. Alabama neck breaker, not slam. Flash Jade now jumps over Mason's body, Uranagi. Into the cover now. Can Mason recover quick enough for the... No, kicks out at 2. Fans can't believe what they're seeing here, of course. Like I said in the entrances, Mason is a fan favourite. People love this guy. They want to see what he's made of, what he can do. He's still new to all of this, and Mason, wait a second. He's got him hooked. Comet, star, drop. Wait a minute, he's going for number 2, I think. He is. Bang! And now he's thinking one more time, where has this came from? Where has this came from? But kick to the midsection. Flash Jade immediate out of it. Decapitator! Oh no. Oh no, no, no. You should have just tried to pin him, Mason. Final flash. There's one. Here we go for number 2. Final flash. And here comes the 3rd power bomb. Final flash. And that is all she wrote for Mason. What domination by Flash Jade. Who can stop this man? I don't think there's anybody who possibly could. People, it is time for your main event of tonight. It will be the real deal. Matthew Harmer against the Don, Enzo Luca. Matthew Harmer now. I say this every time, but look at him. Used to be this young star, a future ahead of him, so bright. Looked to be someone you could look up to, someone who had the world at his fingertips. But then he signed a deal with the devil, or in this case known as Brandon Prince. He joined the Legacy. He ended his best friend's career, his friend who he grew up with, his friend who he was a tag team with, Stephen Webb. He ended all of that, joined the Legacy, and he hasn't been the same since. You know, maybe we were looking at this with a bad outlook. Of course, the Legacy aren't the nicest guys in the locker room, but this really has pushed Matthew Harmer. And wait, what's going on here on the Titantron? Jack O'Connor and some guy in a blue suit are fighting. I didn't even get to finish my sentence. I'm receiving word that apparently backstage the Mafia has been trying to attack members of the Legacy, so especially the RA, but you can see Dave Leonard's also holding his own, fighting off against a man in a hoodie. He's trying to lock him in an ambulance. The Mafia are trying to get jump attack, maybe mind games on Matthew Harmer, but it hasn't seemed to work, as one of them are locked in a goddamn ambulance by Dave Leonard and Jack O'Connor. What is this? Oh my God! We have just killed that man! And it's the ringleader of it all, Pure Royalty Stunner on the stage, leading Enzo to the ring. The Legacy versus the Mafia, and it looks like the Legacy have their number. Now dumps Enzo. Remember, no disqualification. Matthew Harmer now realising this is his chance to just end this match as quick as possible. An easy 3 points for the real deal. Enzo trying to stir up to his feet. Matthew Harmer, middle rope cutter. Good night. Pure Royalty Stunner into a middle rope cutter. And how could you write a worse fate? Matthew Harbour picks up the 3 points at the end in here. Enzo left a little heap in the corner. His sneak attacks obviously did not work on the Legacy. And hold on, speaking of sneak attacks, here's another one now. Looks a bit like Clustio, doesn't he? In fact, is that Clustio? Matthew saying, you're going to take that mask off, or should I do it for you? Hey, I think he actually is taking the mask off. Matthew looking for a fight. It's going to let him take the mask off and... Wait. Is that who I think it is? It's Alpha Omega! Former EWE World Champion! And he's attacked Enzo! What's he doing? Alpha Omega throws Enzo out the ring! What does this mean? Matthew! What? Oh no! Not another one! Alpha Omega, I believe, has just joined sides with the Legacy! What timeline are we on?